Hi, I'm CJ Thompson.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reed Whitaker.
Hi, I'm Janelle.
Hi, I am Dr. Dana DeMaster, and I'm so excited to invite you to our South by Southwest EDU session, Story First, Engaging Young Learners with Narrative STEM.
I've been working in STEM education for nearly 40 years. During most of that time, I taught middle school to students who do not speak English as a first language.
I started out as an elementary science lab teacher and went on to found STEM Scopes, an online science curriculum. Throughout my career, I focused on helping all students, especially our youngest learners, build deep conceptual understanding in STEM.
Across both my neuroscience and early STEM research, I focus on how family engagement and responsive caregiving can promote equitable access to learning, especially for children from underserved communities.
I'm a researcher focused on how student interests and skills, as well as curriculum, and what and how teachers teach, interact to help students both learn foundational skills, as well as succeed throughout their academic careers, into college, all the way up into career ready and what careers they choose.
So I am a developmental neuroscientist and associate professor at the Children's Learning Institute at UT Health Houston. My neuroscience research focuses on how brain development supports early learning, especially memory, self-regulation, and other learning processes. My work in early STEM education centers on how parents and early child care providers can spark engagement and curiosity in STEM through everyday interactions. Across both of these areas, I'm deeply interested in how parents and caregivers can play a powerful role as children's first teachers, whether that's shaping brain development in infancy and toddlerhood or guiding discovery in informal STEM learning spaces.
I particularly am interested in early education, building those skills, starting to get students interested.
Most recently, I've been working with the younger kids, pre-K through first grade. And one thing that I've learned in all that time is you can't separate STEM from language.
Too often, early STEM instruction skips over context. We give kids the what without the why. We hand them materials without a mission. If we want them to engage with science and engineering, we have to start with narrative.
So currently in the US, teachers have an incredibly difficult task. They break down for young children what are often really complex state and national grade level standards that aren't written in the language that young children understand.
That's where stories and play come in. They offer emotional hooks and meaningful concepts that make STEM ideas stick. They help break down difficult concepts and build confidence and allow every child to see themselves as a scientist.
When we embed STEM challenges in compelling stories, when the robot has to cross the river or the weather detective needs help forecasting a storm, suddenly we've got motivation, problem solving, and language all working together. Story builds meaning, and meaning builds memory.
So from this perspective, our panel will explore how storytelling, play, curiosity-driven inquiry can bring STEM to life in ways that are meaningful, joyful, and accessible from the very start.
But what are you going to get from this session?
In this session, we'll show you how Story First isn't just a hook. It's a research-based strategy for boosting STEM understanding in early childhood.
You'll walk away with ready-to-use strategies for integrating storytelling and play into early STEM instruction. We'll share what the research says about why these approaches work, how teachers experience using these approaches, and the impact on student learning.
Kids pursue what they're excited about. So when we're bringing STEM experiences to the classroom that we know kids will need in their future, we have to make them excited. We have to present it in a way that children learn, and stories in play is it.
Story is a way to make STEM real.
Stories.
Story is a way to make STEM human, and that's how we reach every student.
I really hope that you'll join me for our incredible panel as we explore how to make STEM more accessible, more effective, and more exciting, starting with the power of story.